let's admit it. Sometimes history class, if you're a kid, not the class that's the easiest to pay attention in. We've all been there. And one Montreal area teacher has found a way to keep his students focused on the subject, focused on history, but also make it fun at the same time. It's our pleasure to join Cory Piedalue on the line, teacher at Mount Pleasant Elementary School in Hudson. Cory, welcome to the program.
Hi, Elias. Thanks for having me.
Oh, and I have it on good authority, Cory, that your grandmother listens to our show daily. She must be ecstatic right now.
Yes, she is. Her name's Stagey Freeman, so hi, Stuffed Up.
Hello. Sorry, what was her name again?
I call her Stuffed Up, but her name is Stagey Freeman.
I love that. Oh, well, you have our love as well, Grandma, on this program this morning. Now, Cory, let's talk about what you're doing at Mount Pleasant Elementary School. I absolutely love this. You have a subject that, history. So, sometimes it can be difficult to get history through to kids, right? And you're using a really unique way to teach your lessons here. Tell our listeners what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've been using Minecraft, which is, of course, a video game that kids are really, really interested in. Anyone who has kids probably knows and has heard of this game. And so what the kids have been doing is that they've been using this game. It kind of works like Lego, where you can build anything. And they've been working together and building a giant village in this game all together and sort of experiencing what life would have been like for Iroquois people, because they're learning about Indigenous studies. So it's about the history of the Iroquois people, and they've been building longhouses and sort of figuring out how to survive in that environment.
Absolutely love this, Cory, and I've never played Minecraft, but I know the building aspect, and you basically can create any type of world. So what have you seen from your students as you've started to teach Indigenous history in this way? What are some of the ways they're using it that has just blown your mind? It's
been unreal to see the level of engagement in these kids where social studies was such a, like you said at the beginning, it's sometimes a bit of a dry subject, history, and it really depends on how we teach it. I wanted the kids to sort of experience it and not just study it in a textbook. And once they were able to actually see it and make connections with it, then when they were using, the textbook, it was much more meaningful to them. So the buy-in has been absolutely amazing. The kids, right now we're doing the same kind of project, but with Inca people, and so they can compare and contrast two civilizations by living in them, and we'll have, right now we have a kid who's an emperor in the class, and he gets to tell the other kids what to do. And when we were in the Iroquois village, well, the girls had more of a say because it was a matriarchal society and et cetera, et cetera. So they actually get to really live it. And so it's been really a pleasure.
We're with Cory Piedalue, a teacher at Mount Pleasant Elementary School in Hudson. So, Cory, elementary age students, what grade is this, by the way?
This is grade 3.
Wow, grade 3. Okay,
yeah.
So you're teaching this in social studies. You're trying to delve into First Nations and Indigenous history. Of course, in recent months, we have seen terrible stories that have come out. We think about the 215 children discovered in the mass grave site in Kamloops, BC. That is very heavy things, right? That's a heavy subject. This is more introductory, but I think there could be a link here starting this young with a video game and how that'll help a few years down the road with teaching other aspects. Is that correct?
That is correct. I think that the key here is that kids at this age, they can become engaged with the subject. And then as they get older, there was actually a Mohawk teacher in a previous, in the CTV airing that mentioned this. As the kids get older, then we can have the more serious conversations with them. But because they're interested in the subject already, it becomes much easier to do so. And even at this age, we're able to start talking to them about boarding schools. It's just done in a much lighter context. There are many resources and books available about kids that are 8 years old, and it goes through their perspective. From their perspective, it's like having really mean teachers and getting your hair cut and these kinds of things, right?
Now, Cory, can I ask you, how did this even come about? Did you think of this? Did a student one day say, sir, why can't we use a video game? Like, how did this even start?
So I actually I did research on Minecraft as part of my master's thesis at Queen's University. And I was running it by the principal at the time at the school. His name is Mark Massarelli. And he encouraged me. I wouldn't have done it without his encouragement because I was a new teacher at the school trying to keep my head down at the beginning. Mm-hmm. But he really encouraged me to sort of try using Minecraft in this class since I already knew about, a bit about how to do it. Well, and then it just blew up. It just completely snowballed and became way bigger than itself.
Cory, before I let you go, is there one thing I should be asking that I've forgotten here on this subject? So one thing you want to share, one little tidbit?
No, I just want to give a shout out to all the integration aides that have been working so hard in schools that don't get as much as the credit. But in my classroom, we have integration aides that come in, and they've been really helpful as well in terms of just helping us. And it wouldn't be possible for teachers right now to be doing so many projects without all of the support staff that we have in schools. So kudos to them.
Cory, would you recommend to your fellow teachers in other schools, hey, embrace Minecraft? Could be a great way of teaching subjects.
Absolutely. I recommend it 10 out of 10. Anything you can do. Minecraft is a carrot on the stick, but any other video game or, kids are so obsessed with these things these days. It's a no-brainer.
I love the story, Cory. Thank you so much for coming on the show and sharing it with our listeners.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Cory Piedalue is teacher at Mount Pleasant Elementary School in Hudson.